Governors across the country calling on Congress to pass another federal relief package to help state and local governments. Earlier this spring, Illinois lawmakers passed the state budget with a plan to borrow $5 billion from the Federal Reserve to help cover up lack of revenue. But as WGEM's Capitol Bureau Chief Mike Militich explains, the state desperately needs more aid from Congress to pay the debt.
Good evening, Dylan. This has been on the radar for many since lawmakers passed their budget back during the special session in May. But what happens if the federal government doesn't give them the money that they need right now?
If the Republicans continue to take the stand that they've taken, including the Republicans in the Illinois delegation, against support for local governments and state governments, then we're going to have to make drastic cuts. I mean, I've said that many times.
Governor J.B. Pritzker says he is constantly on calls with other members of the National Governors Association who are in the same position. But Pritzker isn't the only Illinois leader concerned about the stalemate in Washington.
If the federal government can't come back together and find some sort of agreement to help the states in the next few weeks, then I think the governor has to exercise some control over the budget to make sure that it ends up balanced.
And Comptroller Susana Mendoza agrees. She touched upon the problem in the latest issue of her Fiscal Focus magazine. Mendoza says the federal government has to realize states cannot tax or cut their way out of systemic fiscal problems created during this pandemic. Without that federal aid, Pritzker says layoffs are inevitable, and the impact would go beyond state employees.
It would be so many people who do ancillary work in private industry that is beneficial to state government. There would be layoffs really across the board.
For now, all eyes are on Washington for the next move. For now, reporting live in Springfield, Illinois, Mike Militich, WGEM News.